Hey, it's Matt Fraser, and I'm backstage right now at the Kelly Clarkson Show. And I gotta tell you, I'm seeing a lot more than just the living people. I'm looking down the hallway here, and there are a ton of dead people. So we're gonna see who's here. First of all, it's funny, because like just how you're all lined up here before we start the show, like your loved ones are lined up on the other side. And right away, like your grandmother is here, stepping forward, letting you know that she's here and with you. And she's like so proud of you when I'm connecting with her. And I gotta tell you, her fondest memories of you were when you were just a little girl. Because she tells me that you used to stay with her and like she used to take care of you back when you were younger. Because she showed me like you being younger and like her touching your hair and the things that she used to do with you. She says, and I want you to know, she says that I've been watching over you ever since my departure. She says, so please let her know that I am okay. And that more importantly, she knows that you think about her every day. Because she says to me that you think about her in the car and you think about her when you're driving. She says, I want you to know that I'm right there.
This is my phone screen. You can't see because I text. This is my grandma.
Oh my God.
So I do see her.
So no, it's her way of just acknowledging that. And do you take it out and just talk to her or talk to that picture? Know that your grandmother knows that you have that phone. And I gotta tell you, your brother's here. And because he keeps saying like, that's my sister. And he's a hot shit when I'm connecting with him on the other side. How old was he when he departed? 44 when he passed. But when I'm connecting with him, it's funny because your brother looks younger to me. Like, he looks so much younger when I'm connecting with him. I feel like he never grew up to be like 44. Like, I feel like he always just stayed with the times when I'm speaking to him. And he says to me, can I just have your hand for a minute? He says to me, the first thing that he wants you to know is sorry for everything that you had to witness with his departure, because it all happened so quickly. And he passed in tragedy here in the physical world. So your brother says to me that the first thing that he wants you to know is that not only he's here, but also he wants to thank you for stepping forward and keeping the family together here in the physical world. He tells me you were just like going through pictures of him or like looking at pictures of him. Because he talks about the collage. Are you making the collage? It's all right. And did you, wait a minute. And he's telling me, did you ever get the tattoo in memory of him?
No, but I was going to for my birthday.
He said, you better not get that tattoo. He says, my sister needs to stop. He says, trying to remember me in all these ways. He says, you've already done so much. And he's acknowledging that. He says, all I want, he says, is for you to know that I am at peace. Your family was very religious here in the physical world. So I'm connecting with him. He says, listen, I believed in God. I believed in the other side. He says, and I want you to know that I am okay. Because he's acknowledging that to me. You know, I know that there was an age difference between the two of you here in the physical world. He says, but I don't want you to ever think like that we didn't love each other enough or we didn't spend enough time with one another. Because you regret that every day. He says, it's okay. He says, listen, this is why he's coming through. You know, he tells me that you think all the time about his departure. And you've been suffering with this for so long. And this is just your way to know that you can live life again and that he's here. He really is here. And he stinks when I'm connected with him. He's got all this cologne on when I'm speaking to him. What was with mixing the colognes or wearing all different colognes?
Yo, this is freaking wild.
Because he's got like all of these bottles he's mixed. I'm feeling like I'm having like Old Spice and like Pierre Cardin, like all these weird things that he smells like. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
He would own like 17 bottles of Bond and all these other like expensive like colognes and like layer them on. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's wild. This is freaking wild.
Your grandfather's stepping forward, and when I'm connecting with him, he told me there was heart issues that he was dealing with here in the physical world. What was the heart issues or the heart problems?
I don't know if that's my grandfather or my dad.
Oh, your dad also departed?
My dad died from a heart attack.
That would be who it is. Because when I'm connecting, I start to feel things, and I just felt like my heart start to fluctuate. And then he said to me, I felt like he almost died years earlier, but then was able to recover from this. So in other words, they were keeping an eye on his heart. Do you understand that? How long ago did your dad depart?
10 years.
I gotta tell you, he's making me step forward and speak because I feel like there's still a mystery over his passing. Meaning that even though that your dad had died, he said to me, I never expected to die at this time. You know, your dad tells me that he was sick that whole week. I know what had happened. He just said to me that he had just gone to the doctors, or was just at the doctors, like I felt like that week or the week prior, before he had died.
This is great.
Because he said to me, go ahead.
He was not here in LA with my family, and he died unexpectedly one night of a heart attack. And my mom that day, he had been saying that he had been having pains in his chest all week, and my mom said, when you get back, we need to take you to the doctor.
And he had never made it?
and he never made it.
Because your dad says to me that you think about this all the time and you think, well, maybe if we got him to the doctor sooner, there was something that could have been done. You ask your father all the time, or you say to him, I wish I could hug him one more time. Your dad just asked me to give you a hug from him. I know that he is with you.
The biggest thing that when I think of him is I think of his hugs.
He said that to
And
me.
I feel like every time I think about him, I like hug him in my mind.
He said to me, you ask him all the time, I just want one more hug with him. So for him to make me come over here and hug you, it's his way of just acknowledging that and letting you know that, he is so proud of you. Oh, and there's one other thing, he reaches you in music. So if you hear music that reminds you of him, that's his way of just letting you know that he's there, because he said to me, like, he plays songs or has songs in memory of me.
For me and my sister, it's like we hear him through music.
Well, thank you for letting me channel
Thank you.
him for you. And I hope that brings you a little bit of healing knowing that he's with your grandfather as well. So we haven't even started the show yet, so we gotta go and do that now. This is crazy. I just walked out of my dressing room right now, and then literally there's like a line full of dead people wanting to talk. So we're gonna go start the show, and we'll see you on the Kelly Clarkson Show.
Well, get ready, because our next guest is one of America's top psychic mediums, and his readings will definitely raise the hairs on the back of your neck. His new, I hope I'm not too hairy. That just sounds gross. That's a weird thing to say. Anyway, his new book, When Heaven Calls, comes out in March, and here it is, looking all good and fly. And he has a new reality show on E! Called Meet The Frasers. Take a look.
Growing up being psychic was not easy for me. I tried my hardest to push this ability away, but I went to go to see a medium about a girl that I liked, about all the normal teenage questions. And instead, I left hearing that I was a medium. Hold on, I'm listening. And I actually had to leave my full-time job as an EMT because I realized I could use this ability to help people just in a different way.
All right, y'all, please welcome Matt Fraser. Okay, so wait, here's my question, because people watch reality TV and I'm like, how real is reality TV? Because there's cameras there, so that's not real, right?
Well,
so
listen,
how real?
Here's what the good and bad part. So I'm on season 1, so I didn't know any better than to just act myself. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Please keep doing that. Don't be weird
Well,
like the other people. Yeah.
I didn't know how much of it would be on TV or whatever. I mean, they said, okay, ignore the cameras, just go about your daily business. So, I went about my daily business. I was on the bidet. I'm getting into my, my man Spanx. Little did I know, wait a minute now. Little did I know that this was gonna end up on TV.
Oh my God, I actually want to be such good friends with you. Like the fact that you did that is, I talk about my Spanx all the time, so openly. It's so great.
Yeah, but I'm a man.
Who cares?
And you know what, here's the thing.
I know men that wear Spanx.
Well, now I know. Listen, I didn't know that the Spank community
Yeah.
for men
Yeah.
was like once you
That
say.
was underground. It was easier to come out as a medium than as a sex man.
It was easier to come out as a medium than
my
as a
God.
So wait, I do have a question though. So you're here, like, are you feeling anything now?
Yeah, it's crazy because when I look out into the audience, all I see and hear is dead people. I feel like I'm connecting.
Oh my God, it's like the movie Sixth Sense, you're that boy.
It is, I feel like I'm connecting with, the funeral home because all of these souls that are here, trying to speak and trying to connect. And first of all, your mom departed? Your mom's standing right next to you. Can I get up?
What?
Your mother's right here. The way that it works for me is that when I'm in a room or I'm in an area, all of your souls will try to come through and speak. And she was just standing next to you and saying, that's my daughter, that's my daughter. So know it's your mom's way of just acknowledging that you're here and letting you know that she is okay. This was a woman who had suffered before her passing here in the physical world. Because what happens is, Kelly, is that they'll put me back in their body to show me what had gone on. And they'll stand next to you to show you that they're here. And she showed me she couldn't breathe before she had passed.
Yes.
She says,
put on a ventilator.
I feel like I'm drowning when I'm connected with her.
Yeah, she had a heart attack. I was in the emergency room. She was 62 years old.
Your mom says to me that, first of all, she wants to thank you for keeping a promise to her. She says, you promised to her that you weren't going to leave her side because she was afraid. She says, and you know that my daughter stayed with me all night long, and you laid on the side of her, and you laid with her, and your mom just wants to say, thank you so much for allowing my soul to go the other side.
Yeah.
Can I give you a hug?
Is that real? Mind blown that you even knew all those details is so creepy and awesome. I am so glad I don't see dead people though, so please, dead people, if you're in the room, I can't handle it. Like, just so you know. So Matt's new book, When Heaven Calls, comes out in March. Here it is. He's calling everybody on this. And don't miss Matt on Meet the Frasers Mondays on E! Coming up, we'll meet a couple who helped foot the bill for soldiers trying to get home during the holiday season. Please stay with us.